Hey, it's Meg. Welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to chat to you about some tips for taking part in a journaling challenge, seeing as Junk Journal July is right around the corner. So if you're doing some last minute prep for the challenge or you're just seeing this now, you've got time to join us for the Junk Journal July challenge. All the information will be down below, but I thought this would just be a good opportunity to share some of my tips for taking part in a challenge like this. The footage here of this journal with me is just completely unrelated. It was something that I filmed and completely forgot to post, but I thought that we could have something pretty to look at whilst I chat through these tips that I have to share. So my first tip for you is to make up a small box or basket and include some of your must-have supplies. Having things to hand will make things easier with a challenge like this if you want to show up every day, because when it comes to the time of day when you want to do your prompt, you've got everything to hand ready. So this could include maybe literally scissors, glue, so you're not running around looking for the essentials. Some of your favorite papers, it might be some stamps, some ephemera that you've got ready. I know a lot of people do kind of the mass making and have things ready to go to use. So putting this all in one place makes it really easy then when it comes to taking part in a challenge like this. So I like to have a little basket to the side of my desk just so I know I've got everything to hand. I do tend to sort of dip into other things in my supplies as well, but it's just good to have it all in one place, and it's also a way to push yourself creatively if you just want to work with some limited supplies. And doing so as well is actually a really great way to create a bit of cohesion in your journal, because you'll kind of use the same colour schemes or the same papers, so it can help to bring everything together in your journal when you're working in it. Another tip, especially if you are feeling like you don't have much time to spend on this challenge, is to set a timer. So for 5-10 minutes, more if you have it, and just see what you can create during that time. I find that it really helps me to focus. So sometimes I'll maybe put on a TV show and I know it's 20 minutes, and I'll just see what I can do during that time. And if I don't finish everything, then I can always come back to it the following day. But the main thing is showing up and just carving out that little pocket of time for creating in my journal. Another thing I like to do is to work in a smaller journal, so an A6 size or a passport size, something that is really manageable, especially for a daily challenge like this. If you do want to show up every day, it feels a lot less overwhelming. You could even just create on one side of the page. You don't have to do a full page spread for each prompt. You don't even have to do the full side of a page. You could just do a little corner or something. The whole point is just showing up and doing something creative daily for this challenge. You could even work on a little bit of ephemera on the side that you can use the following day, so you don't have to do a full journal page each time. There's no pressure or rules around doing that. You also don't have to go in order, so if you want to pick day 19 and then do day 6 and then do day 27, that's totally up to you. Whichever prompts you feel like doing, you can of course follow them in order, but yeah, if you want to mix it up and just go with what's feeling easiest for you on that day, then do that. You could even put them in a hat and just sort of pick out the ones you want to do each day at random. Another thing you could do is double up on the prompts as well. I've mentioned this before, so you could combine 2, 3, 4 different prompts and see how that helps you then to have a starting point with creating in your journal. If you're feeling stuck for inspiration, we have the collaboration that's kicking off tomorrow with the challenge. So we have 29 artists, creators and journalers across YouTube who will be sharing their take on each of the prompts each day. So I will leave a link down below to the playlist, which will be updated each day. So sometimes it's helpful to see what other people are creating for the prompt, and it can just give you an idea. So whether it's you follow along with one of the artists, or it just gives you that little bit of inspiration that you needed to get started in your journal. I think it's a great way of joining in with all the fun of the challenge, and there's also just some amazing creators involved in the collaboration, and I'm just so excited for seeing what they have all created for this round of the challenge. So a big shout out and thank you to everyone who is involved with that. I can't wait, I'm so excited. So moving on to another tip, I would say if you miss a day, don't worry, just keep going. I know with the daily challenge like this, it can feel like, say if you miss a couple of days, then you're on like catch-up mode and you need to go back before you can continue going forward. And I've been there. It sometimes happens when it just like snowballs and then you just kind of find yourself constantly in catch-up and it's not always as fun, and then it can start to feel a lot more like work when you're just sort of working on catching up rather than doing the prompt for that day, for example. So if you miss a day, then I would encourage you to just sort of skip that for now, keep going with the daily challenge, and then you can always come back to it. You know, there's not like a deadline that you have to have everything finished by the end of July. You can continue working on your journal throughout the weeks and months to come. With a challenge like this as well, I would encourage you to connect with the community that we have here on YouTube and Instagram for ideas. So we have the hashtag, of course. You can also hop over to the Get Messy Art Journal page on Instagram. So the challenge is in collaboration with Get Messy, and they will be sharing and spotlighting some of your work during the challenge. So definitely keep an eye out on their page as well. And yeah, you'll see lots of different people taking part with lots of different art styles. That's always what I love, is just seeing everyone's interpretations of all the different prompts and how people get creative with a challenge like this. And finally, most of all, I would say remember to have fun. I hope you do enjoy this creative month. It's always such a fun challenge to do. So yeah, I hope you enjoy taking part in Junk Journal July 2023. As I mentioned before, all the information that you need to take part in this challenge and to get involved will be down in the description box below. So you'll find the prompt list, you'll find the collaboration playlist, everything that you need to know, the list of people taking part in the collaboration, all in the description box down below. But if you do have any questions about Junk Journal July, then leave a comment down below, or maybe let me know what you're most looking forward to with taking part in this challenge. So as always, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you guys tomorrow for the start of Junk Journal July. Bye guys!